In Montpeco National Park, thousands of leafless dead Iroko and Samba trees tower over lush green plantations like headstones, a testament to the heavy environmental cost Cote d'Ivoire has paid for a dramatic rise in its cocoa production. Ivorian officials say 99% of the park's 34,000 hectares have been destroyed by cocoa farmers taking advantage of the chaos wrought by a decade-long political crisis in the West African nation. The government is preparing to expel tens of thousands of farmers from parks and reserves in an attempt to save the dwindling forests. Montpeco, with an illegal population of around 28,000, will prove the first test of the government's new policy.
In a national park, no one has the right to speculate and traffic coffee and cocoa. Before we arrived, it was a zone that had been taken hostage by buyers of both pesticide products and cocoa. When we started to gain control of the park in 2014 to 2015, following some criticism, we regulated access to the park.
But as it works to roll back decades of environmental destruction, the government faces a dilemma. Can it foster conservation while avoiding social unrest and preserving the country's position as the world's top cocoa grower? Available land for new plantations ran out long ago, and so farmers moved into parks and reserves, up to 60% of which have now been destroyed to plant cocoa.
In 2010, the government delimited the forest, and they told us that we were in a forest reserve, and they asked us to stop cutting down the forest. Honestly, I have 18 children today. I live in a forest, and I can't find food. I cannot protect a forest without food. So at the moment, I cannot lie before God and on the land that I haven't cleared. Personally, I cut down some trees to make my yam plantation. It's what my children and I eat to survive.
Cote d'Ivoire was already the world's cocoa leader, producing around 1.2 million tons of cocoa in the 2000-2001 season, a year before a failed coup attempt sparked a civil war that split the country in half. By last year, production had risen to a record 1.74 million tons, or over 40% of world supply, and the country is again on track to harvest a record crop this season. Though no firm statistics exist, analysts attribute much of the new output to slash-and-burn agriculture in protected forests.
We invested so much here for so many years. Our children grew up here. If they chase us away, we will suffer, and it worries us a lot. Right now, I do not have enough courage to continue work.
The government says it will offer resettlement packages, but the residents of Montpeco say they still do not know how much help they will get, and thousands say they have nowhere to go. Meanwhile, industry figures say shutting those illegal plantations down will likely lead to a fall in cocoa output, at least in the short term. Mahia Mutwa, CCTV.